Yeah. Yep. Both exhibition games. You know, that's really the only way you can evaluate kids is in game situations, and practice tells you a lot, but game situations really tell you a lot. You know, everything you need to know about how a kid's going to react, and so we try not to shortchange anybody in the exhibition games, regardless of the score, and get as many kids minutes as we can, and we'll do our most thorough evaluation this weekend of the film, and Monday they'll learn a lot about themselves.
Did you get all 12 in there? They all played, like Steve said, at least 9 minutes. Everybody scores, too.
Everybody scored. You know, the game kind of lent itself to a lot of open court, broken floor situations. Honestly, I was hoping we would have to play against set half-court defense a little bit more than we did. But, you know, our guys were forced to make a lot of ad-lib basketball plays, and I thought for the most part they did a good job of that. I wasn't real pleased with how strong we were with the basketball. You know, 18 assists, take that most nights. 18 turnovers, that's not us. You know, we're a team that is a team that's a very good passing team, a very unselfish team, but we were not strong enough with the basketball. And again, a little bit different defense that you play against, and I think that surprised us a little bit. But got to get better in that area. You know, we haven't worked a lot on that style of press. We've actually worked against more of a soft press, which I think a lot of teams are going to employ on our level this year. We haven't worked against a hard full-court man-to-man type press, and you know, gave us a few problems just not being strong enough with the ball. But I thought our guys tried to execute what we're trying to do. So got a little work to do there.
Obviously, you have big nights out of Jalen and David, but is there some of the other guys maybe that people don't know much about that how to shine for you?
Yeah, you know, I thought Henry Bolton did a good job making plays. A guy that didn't get to play a lot last year. You know, Elston Jones is taking baby steps and trying to do the right things, trying to get better. Would still like to see him be a little more aggressive offensively around the basket. You know, Quinn Taylor, I thought, is a guy that's come in and off his mission, and he has a really good feel for the game. And anytime a guy has a great feel for the game, plays at a really good pace, he tends to make a lot of good things happen. So I thought Quinn did a good job there. Obviously, Jalen, David. You know, Grayson Moore was a guy, too, who hasn't played in a year, had to sit out last year, and is really shooting the ball confidently, playing confidently, and he's practicing really confidently, too. He's had a great week of practice, and that carried over into the game.
Talk a little bit more about Jalen's performance. He's the guy you would expect to kind of carry the team this year, but
yeah, Jalen's hard to handle. You know, offensively, he can. He got a couple charging calls tonight where, you know, he's got to be a little more under control making plays. But again, the floor, you know, was so spread out that there were so many driving lanes. I was pleased with his aggressiveness offensively, and you know, he's a very gifted passer. We have a very good passing team, you know, top to bottom, and Jalen is certainly one of our better passers. Has a really high basketball IQ, and you know, shoots the ball well. I'd like to get him a few more post touches. We're not doing that very well yet, but all in all, you know, really a poised, complete player.
You had 4 guys that didn't dress. What can you tell us about that?
A couple of those guys aren't eligible. Alex Dargenton is awaiting an NCAA appeal on his eligibility. We're trying to get him a year back. Vico Nomaaya is a red shirt that is not going to dress all year. Let's see who else. Shane Rector was suspended for a violation of team rules. He will be back Monday. You know, life lesson we had to learn there for a week or so, and he'll be back on Monday. Lou Evans has been nursing an injury, and he'll be back on Monday as well.
how do you feel about your team's defensive performance tonight, holding them to 20%?
Statistically did a good job there. We mixed in. We wanted to play just a little bit of zone with our man, but mostly man. I was really pleased once we got our defense set, but we're still having trouble in transition, getting our defense set quick enough. And that's an area where we have to improve. We've struggled with that in our 2 scrimmages, inter-squad scrimmages, and we've got to get better at setting our defense. Once we set the defense, I thought we did a pretty good job communicating and executing what we try to do. The one area I wasn't real pleased with was, our denial pressure. We're trying to get out and pressure a little bit more, deny a few passes, get into the passing lanes. I thought to start the game we were a little bit conservative in that mode, and so we tried in the second half to get out and be more pressure-oriented, which we want to try to do this year. So slowly but surely I think that'll come. Thought we guarded the ball fairly well until the very end, and like I said, tried to do what we try to do. And one of the things we're trying to stress defensively is to develop some playmakers defensively. Everybody always talks about offensive playmakers, but good defensive teams have playmakers on the defensive end, whether that's taking a charge or blocking a shot or getting a deflection, helping out your teammate, those kind of things. We're trying to develop a couple of those guys.
So I realize that there's obviously some things to work on, but do you feel like, you guys won 30 by 39 points. Do you think that's a reflection of how you're going to play with the rest of the season, like the rest of the teams?
I told our guys after the game, especially exhibition games, when you're trying to get everybody minutes and when you're playing teams from different levels, I try not to look at the score, and I try to get them not to play the score and to play every possession because, like I told them, we're not practicing to beat Panhandle State. We're practicing to, beat Mountain West teams and get to the NCAA tournament. And so to do that, you got to treat every possession, with a lot of value. And, like I said, for the most part, I was pretty pleased with how we did that until the last 4 or 5 minutes, and it really got sloppy, and a lot of that was because the way they were playing as well.
Final question for you. It was an exhibition game. Doesn't count for the record, but your first time as the head coach in a real game.
Yeah. It's great. It's an honor to be the head coach here at Utah State. I think I'll think that every time I go out on the sideline. No matter how long it's for, it'll always be an honor to be the head coach here. Deep love for this university, and it was a proud moment for me, and one that I'll probably always look back on and say, hey, that first game, even though it was an exhibition game, Panhandle State, that's a school I'll always remember just because they were first. But really looking forward to the season and the journey with this group of guys.
Elston, the thing that I noticed about you tonight is you look different, your body's different. How hard have you worked on that? Because it's noticeable.
This off season we went almost every single day, just trying to get slimmer, lose some of my fat, get more muscle, and I've been working on my knee to also get that stronger.
What do you feel about your performance tonight?
I felt I played pretty good, brought a lot of energy, helped on the rebounds, and just kept the offense flowing with my teammates.
Being one of the guys that's coming back, how are you helping some of these newer guys get used to the system, get used to how things are?
Just talking to them in practice. If they mess up, just keep them positive, show them the right way to do it, and just keep working.
It's pretty deep too.
Yeah, we have a lot of depth this year. We could probably go, honestly, our whole team could play honestly, because we're just so deep, and we all have a lot of skills that we bring to the team.
So I realize that your coach has basically been kind of trying to say this is an exhibition game, and it doesn't mean quite as much. But do you feel like this could be a reflection of how you guys are going to play for the rest of the season?
A little bit, just because just the energy we bring to this game, just focus on rebounding. That's been a lot of focus that we've been doing.
David Gillette started the game with a couple of dunks early, and then Jalen Moore had a couple of his own in the second half, big block. What does it do for you when you see your teammates making plays like that?
Well, when we see plays like that, it just makes us get energized and just makes us even more eager to get in the game and do what they're doing, making positive plays.
With this depth, it's going to be tough to earn minutes probably. It's tough to get some minutes out there on the floor.
Yeah, practice is definitely competitive, so it's going to be hard for everybody to get a spot, but you just got to keep working, earn your way up.